Hey, this is Annie.
And Samantha.
And welcome to Stuff I've Never Told You, a production of iHeartRadio. And welcome to another edition of Happy Hour. If you're listening to this when it comes out, it's coming out on a Saturday or weekend.
Ooh. Weekend happy hour is even better.
Yeah, probably should be that, but...
Weekend hours.
Yes. Well, as always, if you choose to drink or whatever you choose to do, please do so responsibly. Samantha, what are you sipping on?
Bubble water. Water that's bubbly, but not that brand.
Okay. Well, nothing we talk about is directly sponsored in this episode because we'll get fined unless we tell you that.
Yes.
So, and we take that very seriously.
We take that seriously. We can't be fined. I can't afford that.
No. Anyway, as you might have noticed, if you're a regular listener, this week we've been kind of all over the place.
It's a true story.
In our publishing. And we have been building up to this for a while, but Samantha and I recently went to Seattle. Samantha did some other stuff for her birthday, and then I tagged along for a part of it. And I thought we would just talk about how that trip was.
Yeah, definitely. I think I've already said this a few times, and Annie's probably already said this a few times. As much fun as it was, yes, I ended up getting COVID. It is still happening. It is still out there, y'all. So be cautious.
Get the booster.
Be courteous of others. All those things. If you do get it, or if you're exposed to it, make sure you continue to isolate, which I have been hiding in my house for like a good full week since we got home, essentially. But yeah, so it was very fun though. It's such a great trip. I feel like everything we did, we won. Like that, if this was a competition, I was like, yeah, we won this. We got upgraded in a hotel, which Annie was very bitter about because the hotel was amazing and a part of her Last of Us list, and I didn't know.
No, she didn't know, but she made sure to bring it up
after the fact. The reaction was so intense. I was like, well, of course you have to keep bringing it up now. We had like a penthouse level hotel room, which was gorgeous, of a historic hotel, which was very far away from like the seaside or the water side. So when we walked down, my partner and I got lost, kind of, because he forgot exactly where things were and he thought he had remembered it from 15 years earlier. Huge mistake, y'all. Huge mistake. But it was still very, very, very fun. Went to Mount Rainier. Y'all, it was gorgeous. Like, the words cannot explain how amazing the sights were. We went on 2 strenuous hikes when I swore up and down we would be car touring and doing small hikes. Yeah, I was in pain. We were in pain, but worth it. It was gorgeous. Some marmots, is that what they're called?
Marmots? Yeah.
Marmots. I cannot say it, but they were super cute. They were super friendly. Like, we didn't touch them. We didn't feed them anything, y'all, but they came close to us. I was like, what? Very exciting. Very exciting. Chipmunks did not care and try to steal your food. They didn't care. But it was gorgeous. Had the best time there. Some like amazing, relaxing times. Again, lots of hiking. And then went to Portland to see a friend, and that was a fun time. And even executive producer, Sophie, y'all know, she's a friend of iHeart over Cool Zone Media. Got to hang out with her for a day. And then met up with Annie for Seattle, which we got to do all the things. The one thing we didn't do was do the aquarium because I was like, I'm good. You have fun with that.
No, I did.
One thing we, as in like my partner and I, didn't do with Annie was the aquarium because that was on her tourist list of Last of Us things she must do. We hit all of your stuff, right?
We did hit all of my stuff, actually. So I'll go over that really quickly. So yes, I've said it before, but Samantha has the unfortunate honor of sharing her birthday with The Last of Us Day. The trailer for the second season did come out on that day. But I had a list of stuff I wanted to go to. The big ones were the aquarium, the Ferris wheel, the Paramount Theater. Those are like huge in the game. And I cannot wait to replay the game now that I've been to all of these places. And I was trying to be the least annoying possible, but I was like, oh my God, like The Last of Us. Um, and then we also went to the general public library, the Sorrento Hotel, which is where you and your partner stayed, that I
Yes.
saw from afar. But yes. The Space Needle, which was fun. We went to Capitol Hill and we saw the Rainbow Crosswalks. We also ended up kind of accidentally in the Unicorn Bar, which is a very college bar, and it was quite funny.
Yeah.
It was quite funny.
We were trying to do at least some of the not so touristy things.
Yeah.
So Fremont, we tried to do a little bit like hanging out there. Didn't
Saw the troll. Yeah.
Saw the troll, a bridge troll. And then we also went to Capitol Hill and hung out. We went to a cute bookstore. That's also a bookstore, coffee shop, restaurant.
Mm-hmm.
We had gone to a restaurant for my birthday that I wanted to go to, which was an Italian place that was named after the Cinque Terre, which is the Italian area that I went to immediately after my college graduation as a present to myself, and had such good memories. I was like, oh my God, I want to go and see what the pasta. And I'm like, the pasta was delicious. It just had the name. I think the people are actually from, the creators and the owners are actually from Italy and all of that, but like they didn't have the dessert drink that I was expecting. I was like, oh, but the food was so good. The tiramisu was so good. But yeah, in Capitol Hill, we were like, we're gonna be cool. We're gonna stay out. We're gonna be staying out past 10. Again, this is not my thing because I'm like, I passed out every night at like 11:30. I was like, y'all, good night. Like while Annie was sitting in our hotel room, I was passing out because I was just sleepy. But we went. We're like, yeah, we're gonna do this cool thing. Let's go get a drink at a bar. This has high reviews. Oh, a lot of locals like it. Yeah, a lot of locals who go to school there will like it. I will say we weren't the oldest people in there.
No, and it was beautiful, and it was like a really.
It was fun.
It was fun. It was fun. It was just funny because I think when we first walked in, we were like, oh no, we do not belong here.
We weren't there for the cocktails. We'll say that the cocktails were. Again, college dive bar level, which was fine, which we had a good drink and we sat. A drag show was happening downstairs, immediately followed by some other show. I don't know what was happening, but I was like, oh man, what? So fun times were had, seeing the locals hang out, being a part of the locals, we're like, that's all right, we're cool. We stood out a lot.
Yeah. Yeah, but it was fun. Also, just to finish up my list, Lumen Fields, Seattle Conference Center, I saw the Chinatown Gate, the Dome. So there's a list you can look up if you like me and you care, and it'll show you like the side by side. And I'm so happy. I'm so happy. I was having moments. She was. I was.
Which is again, so the way we talked, it was at that birthday dinner. When we were talking about our stay, and my partner and I were excited because we got an upgrade. We were like, wait, what? Into a very nice room. And we were like, huh, interesting, what? And our server came up, she was like, oh, what hotel was that? We were like, we were at the Hotel Sorrento. The look on Annie's face looked like I had just splashed her with cold water, like a cup of cold water. And I was very confused. I was like, what's going on? Like, I thought something bad had happened or something upsetting had happened. And I was like, what's happening? And then I was like, oh, well, now I'm just going to bring it up every time that we actually stayed there.
You sure did. Which is fine.
Did you have a favorite part of the trip?
Of those things?
Yeah.
The aquarium. I think the aquarium. Ferris wheel was cool.
You got some good pictures.
Oh, the theater was cool too. The theater was really cool. And I went to a show, listeners, that that was the only way I could get in. So I was gonna see a show I knew nothing about. And I walked in and I asked like the person who was checking tickets, like, can I take pictures in here? Because they had a huge sign that said no pictures. And she's like, oh yeah. Yeah, they meant like of the show, but it just said no pictures. So I was like, I do not need to get thrown out of this theater before I can even see it.
Was it a good show? I never got that update.
Yeah, it's called Funny Girl, and it was like
the musical?
Yes. That's what it was. Have you seen it?
Lady, that's one of the biggest plays.
I didn't know.
The way you said hate men. That's what you called it.
I thought it was something like that.
Damn. Oh my God.
Okay.
Barbara Streisand. This is a huge. Oh my God. Have you heard? Okay. You just the name you called it made it sound like it's a one-act play.
I thought it was.
Girl. It's a whole damn musical.
This is great. This showcases our differences so well.
How do you not know what Funny Girl? Oh my God.
Well, that's what I saw. It's good.
Oh, yes, I have heard of this. It's this quaint little thing that like started a woman's career. Sure.
Yeah.
Sure. Named Barbara Streisand.
Yeah.
Sure.
Well.
Anyway.
Yeah, that was really good. Also, we went to the Museum of Pop Culture. That was really fun.
Yeah, that was unexpected.
That was a really fun. Yeah, I had it on my list, but I didn't know if we would make time for it. But we did. That was a long day, but we did make time for it. We also saw our book. It's my first time seeing our book.
Yeah.
We saw it in a library and we saw it in a bookstore. So that was really, really cool.
At Capitol Hill, as we were talking about.
Yes. And then I would say like the food stand out as always.
Yeah.
I really want to shout out listener Rose.
Yeah.
Wrote in, sent us a bunch of suggestions, very detailed. Love it. And I got to have a meal with Rose, and it was just such a delight. And
I know. I'm sad I missed that one.
If you're listening, Rose, thank you so much. And I had such a good time. And yeah, we hit some
we hit
restaurants. At least two. And then I stayed a day later than Samantha and her partner did. My flight got so delayed, I thought I would be there another day.
Yeah.
And I ended up getting teriyaki and chowder, which were the two things on my list that I didn't think I would get. But Rose was like, you better get teriyaki. And I did. And it was delicious.
Yeah, we missed out on that one. But we did get chowder at the airport. We looked at the list and it was good.
It was good.
So good.
We also had a lot of oysters, listeners. You know,
much oysters.
We love oysters.
I jumped in. That's the first night. I was like, I need oysters. Seafood, give me all the seafood right now.
All the seafood. And that was really nice, like getting West Coast seafood.
Yeah.
Because Atlanta, like we're landlocked, kind of near a coast, but we're not like on the coast.
Someone suggested barbecue to us, and my partner and I looked at them, and I didn't mean to give them that, but I'm like, we're from the South. We don't need barbecue. I need seafood. Give me Seattle food. Like I don't need all that.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, it was we had a lovely time.
We had a beautiful time. It was a great birthday. I think some of y'all commented on my very private Instagram post. I keep it private for reasons. But thank you so much to those who did. It was a good time. And yeah. Now I'm just wrapping up. Hopefully I'll feel better by next week. Yeah.
Yes. Hopefully you will. And hopefully we get to go back someday.
Yes, I'm already looking forward to it.
Yes. Well, you heard my whole pitch about how I should start a Last of Us 2 themed tour and bar. Then you told me it was too expensive for the bar.
Yeah. I said, no, I think the tour, you're just going to have to work with some of the bars.
Okay.
Like the Hotel Sorrento bar. They also have a rooftop bar, I believe.
And see, you could be subtle about it. You could be like, if you know, you know. You know. Yeah. All right. Well,
you could also have like the Oompa Loompa Land level of attraction where you have a badly costumed person just kind of pop out of nowhere. You know what I'm talking about?
I want my tour to be prestige.
We gotta get notoriety somehow.
You're right. I'll see how, if I'm failing, then I'll like jump the shark and introduce that.
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, thank you so much, listeners, for your patience as we've all been traveling and had illnesses and so much going on. But yeah, it was a really lovely time. And thanks again to Rose for sending that list. It was very much appreciated. And listeners, if you have ideas for where we should go, if you have restaurant recommendations, always. You can email us at stuffmediamomstuff@iheartmedia.com. You can find us on Twitter at momstuffpodcast or on Instagram and TikTok at Stuff Mom Never Told You. We're also on YouTube. We have a TeePublic store, and yes, we have a book you can get wherever you get your books. Thanks as always to our super producer Christina, our executive producer Maya, and our contributor Joey.
Thank you.
And thanks to you for listening. Stuff I Never Told You is a production of iHeartRadio. For more podcasts from iHeartRadio, you can check out the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you listen to your favorite shows.